I took my hood off. Okay, but on a serious note, I did take my hood off. Did it by myself. Really not too bad of a job. Just disconnect the strut here. All of your tubing and wiring for your spray nozzles are built into the hood on these cars, so I had to fish all those and kind of pull them out the hood. But I did do it by myself, and it really wasn't too bad. So I'll roll that footage now. You guys can check me out taking the hood off all by myself, manning up, doing things. And then we got the hood sitting over here on the nice Harbor Freight body panel stand. So this is what we're doing. Picked up these race louvers. Gonna get a nice center hood vent. Do have everything marked out and ready to cut. So we're at the point where I gotta cut these two panels out. That'll give me room to have this guy sitting here, and we will be venting some hot air out of the engine bay. So that should help with temps. I notice now that I'm pushing the car a little harder, especially at Firebird East after this lax track day, that the temps were coming up a little bit. Oil was hitting about 260 and water was getting up there. So we want to let some of that air flow through the radiator and out the hood. And this is going to help quite a bit. It's also technically a little bit of aero, but mainly doing it for cooling. So this is something I wanted to do when we go turbo next summer after the race season. But I figured I would go ahead and do this now since I can benefit from it now and in the future when we go turbo. So I guess we got to start cutting up this hood and getting this thing mounted. Whew. It's November, but we still have our hot days. Sweating like crazy out here. Anyways, welcome to Arizona. We made a lot of progress on the hood over there. We got holes cut out, holes drilled for all the rivets. Everything's ready to kind of go together. I did just put the paint around all the borders here where we made our cuts just to protect it from rust, and so we don't see a nice silver line when we have the vent on there. It'll be a red, so everything will kind of match and look good. I am gonna let that dry overnight because it's been a long day. So we'll get this final assembly done tomorrow and get it back on the car and see how it looks. And next time we're out at the track, we'll see how it performs. So yeah, to be continued. All right, next day, paint's all dry. We got to get this thing mounted before we put the louvers on. That way we can make sure there's no clearance issues and having to trim the louvers or anything. Everything should be fine. So we got to get this hood back on the car. Hood is back on. Everything closes and latches properly. Boom. Panel gaps are pretty good. So I think that's where it's at. I did feed the lines back through for the sprayers, spray nozzles. But that's where we're sitting. Right above the intake and the fuel rail right here. So now we got to get the louvers on. These guys. They are going to sit roughly right there, and that's gonna look pretty good. You got to do kind of a little bit of fiddling because of the bow and the hood here, so just got to get it to sit. But once I start putting the rivets in, it'll kind of smush everything down and it'll fit pretty good. So I just got to make sure, because there is a little bit of movement here, but I already drilled the holes, so everything should line up. So we just got to get this thing riveted in, and then we're pretty good. There's no clearance issues, plenty of clearance. You can see even the catch can line there, the breather line from the valve cover has plenty of clearance. So this thing's gonna do some work. Nice fat front side gurney flap here to create the low pressure, so everything just flows through the radiator and out. So definitely gonna get some cooling, a little bit of downforce. Everything's gonna be good, but you can see the bow on the hood there. So right here, I kind of started bending it and curving it a little bit, but it's just the last little bits here that need to come down and match up. So we got to get some rivets in this thing. Haha, success. Yes. It looks so good. Tell me that that does not look awesome. It's also why I put it on, for function. So it's going to function amazing. But look at just how good that looks. with the center race louvers on it. I mean, come on. Yep, this thing just got another step closer to full race mode. But I'm super excited with how this came out. All the rivets are in. Everything lined up for the most part. A little finagling, that's, you know, rivets. You can kind of just jam them in there sometimes. I did have a few where the nubs didn't cut off right away. I don't know if that was my rivet tool or just these rivets being a pain in the butt. But I just filed them down. So a couple of them, you can see the little silver centers. But that's fine. I don't care. Tons of room in there. Gonna vent a lot of air. So hopefully that reduces temps on the track a little bit and helps us out until we go turbo. And I've got a whole cooling system thing that I'm going to do when I go turbo too. So this is just like the icing on the cake. So that'll help me out now in naturally aspirated form. And then when we go turbo, it's going to help even more with all the other stuff that I'm going to do with it, including the intercooler. It's just going to help draw a bunch of air through the entire system. So I think I should get cleaned up in the garage here, and then maybe we go for a drive, because I know how much you guys love hearing this little 5-cylinder rip. So maybe we go for a little drive and they get some beauty shots of this race louver on the hood here. And while you're here, you might as well hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. Getting you guys to comment on these videos is like pulling teeth sometimes. Y'all just don't want to do it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you would do this to your car. Let me know what else you think I should do to this car. Any other venting, other aero down the line. Obviously I'm gonna go turbo first, but I'd love to put a wing on it, do a front splitter, all that kind of stuff. So leave a comment down below, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and yeah, let's go for a drive.